it means crypto represents really a very precise measurement of risk appetite, because there's so much more leverage, and that got wiped out.
Right.
That last time it happened in 2022, it took 8 weeks before people sort of touch their toes back in. I think that's where we are. We're near a bottom, but now I don't think crypto leads. Crypto is lagging because it's really the AI that's going to be leading.
Okay, so so basically that is kind of sidelined the idea of what, Bitcoin 150, 150,000 you were thinking before?
Well, I think it's still very likely that Bitcoin's going to be above 100,000 before year end, and maybe even above one to a new high. So Bitcoin makes its moves in 10 days in every year. I think some of those best days are still going to happen before year end.
Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We've been dropping ever since October, as you can see right here. And in our last video, we talked about one final dip before the move to 150,000. And right now, this chart is showing signs that the bottom might finally be forming. You can see Bitcoin has been moving inside the ascending wedge here. Lower highs, lower lows. Now we're sitting right here, bouncing off the key horizontal support. This is the same area where liquidity gets taken and bottom tends to form. So down here, we want to discuss the WVF. This is the volatility index, showing elevated fear every time it becomes green. So we're seeing strong green spikes again here. So it's not full capitulation, but definitely panic selling. So anytime we see the green, there's panic selling here. So this is exactly what we expect near major bottoms. Now look at the OBV MACD indicator here. The blue line is curling up for the first time in a week. That means money flow is finally shifting from selling pressure to early buyers stepping in. This doesn't confirm a bull run yet, but it does confirm sellers are weakening. So now the MACD is doing the exact same thing. Histogram is shrinking, as you can see here, from bright red to the light pink or red. You can see there. You can see the momentum here. It's starting to curl up, and it's flipping. And we got this merge right here, just showing the momentum is building for buyers. This is exactly how bottoms usually look. Momentum slows, curls, and then flips. So now we can look at the trend exhaustion right here. So you can see the trend exhaustion is also turning up. So these lines bottoming out like this usually marks the end of the heavy selling pressure. So that's all lining up, and that's exactly how the bottom forms. So now let's just take a look at the Bollinger Bands and RSI here. So you can see the RSI is bounced hard off the oversold condition right here and there. And when we get these two green longs here, this usually represents the bottom, as demonstrated right here. So we also could identify usually the tops when sellers start stepping in or manipulation start to sell down and offload in order to cause a panic and capitulations here. So we also demonstrated that we also identify the manipulation over here, which causes selling back in October. Also with here, you see selling pressure started coming in, So for example, like back over here in March, we got all these longs start to form off of this selling pressure over here. And then you can see that it started to form, the buyers start stepping in, starts bouncing off these support lines here, and the momentum start picking up once we had drawn out the descending triangle here. It started to do exact thing that we're currently in right now, and it's eventually broke up from here, passed down this downtrend, and started to form a new leg up. And that's exactly what we're in right now in December, and it started in October. So we got the descending wedge here with the downtrend confirmed. It came down, up, down, up, down, up, came within this level here, very similar to this level here. So as you can see, it came down, down. So descending wedge, and we just need to break the downtrend here before we start to make a new leg up, and it just shot right up. So we could definitely be seeing that happening again. So we just need to break up past this downtrend, and we can start seeing this momentum shooting up. Like Tommy said, in the last 10 in the last 10 days or 10 days out of the year, Bitcoin makes the best moves. And that's when we could possibly seeing Bitcoin hit definitely over 100,000, but could hit 150,000 by the end of the year. If not 150,000, we're definitely going to be making new highs, according to Tom Lee. So the highs was around 125. We could definitely be hitting around 130. Okay. In our last video, we said Bitcoin needed one more dip before heading to 150. So right now, we got that one dip based on our last video, which we had that dip. It went up, and I made my video around this price, this level here, saying that we're not done yet because there's liquidity that needs to be reset or swept, and which they swept it around 86.5, which it did come back down past that, and it came back down multiple times on this day of November 24. Then they also swept it again, and then on the third day after the video, and you can see the line that I drawn here, the resistance here that need to break. So as you can see here, it broke up. So you can see it broke up with big bars, and now we're sitting above that resistance. So seeing this big bar break up and now we're sitting above it, to me this confirms this is now this is the bottom. With this move up here, like we mentioned in the last video, this symbolizes the bottom, and all it needs to do is finish its course so it could go up, try to break this downtrend. With not enough momentum, it could come back down, and it could consolidate in between these wedges right here and a breakup from there. But if there is the narrative pushing Bitcoin back down, it will probably come back down to our range here and then try again out of this downtrend again. The key thing to take away from it, I believe that we will break above this and start a new leg up for the month of December. So I don't think that it will break back down. But again, we're not going to pretend we know everything. Nobody does. But if it does come back down here, we believe it will be making a range, and it will still have to break above the downtrend line here in order for it to be confirmed a new bull run or a new leg up. Okay, so that's basically what we're waiting for. That's basically what we're expecting to happen. So with this pattern forming, this to us has confirmed the bottom. Like we just stated in our last video, we need that one last dip, and then Bitcoin's going to make its new leg up for 150,000 by the end of the year. And we still believe that could be possible, and as well as Tom Lee believes that could be possible. So for me and for us here at TenX Profit, we're the underdogs. We don't have insider info, we don't claim perfection, but we study the signs, we stay alert, and we stay ahead, so we're not on the wrong side of manipulation ever again. So if you want to follow this journey and front run the next big move with us, subscribe and join the Front Runners family. Let's stay on the right side together. See you in the next video. Bye for now.